Morning, Abotai, Shavua Tov. In general, there are no differences between the first and second day of Yom Tov in Chutz La'aretz. Whatever applies on the first day of Yom Tov applies on the second. However, the Gemara does bring down a few exceptions. One of them being, the Gemara in Masechet Betzad Daf Kav Bet brings down that on Yom Tov Sheni, on the second day of Yom Tov, mutar likhol et ha'ayn. You're allowed to put blue powder in the eye, which is just by means of introduction. This blue powder had medicinal purposes. It strengthened the eye, and if there were eye ailments, it strengthened that as well. It made it go away, and it was also like makeup. So the Gemara says that on Yom Tov Sheni, you're allowed to use this blue powder in the eye. Now, the machloket becomes, what would be the halacha? It's interesting that Rambam writes, quotes in the halachot of Yom Tov, he says you're allowed to use this blue powder on Yom Tov Sheni freely. And the Magid Mishneh says because it's hana'at aguf, it causes the enjoyment of the body because it causes the body to be made up to be beautiful. Nevertheless, the Magen Avraham, Bach, Tur, Rashi, they understand that that's not the case. It has to be davka in a case of a little bit of pain, or if the woman is not feeling well, then she's allowed to put it on Yom Tov Sheni. But just for beautification purposes, just for makeup, it would be asur. Nevertheless, if you look in Maran Zichrono Livracha and Chazon Ovadia, Yom Tov Amud Kuf Zayin, he quotes this and he says, no, that's not the case. You look at Maran Shulchan Aruch, the simple understanding of Maran, as explained by the Nihar Shalom, as explained by Pri Chadash and others, even if there's no pain, even if there's no issues in the eye, Maran Zichrono Livracha says that according to the Shulchan Aruch, it is completely permissible to use this makeup, this blue makeup in the eye, even for beautification. Be'emet, Rabbeinu Avraham, son of the Rambam, quotes his father. He says in the Tshuva, my father saw women putting on this blue makeup on Yom Tov Sheni, and he never told them anything, which means that he held that it was mutar, even shelo bimkom choli. Based on this, the Chazon Ovadia, as well as the Gdol Poskei Teman, Hagon B'Yichet Salach, the Haritz, in Sheilot Utshuvot Paulat Tzadik, Chelek Bet, they understand that the Rambam means not only this blue powder, that the Chachamim, because don't forget, Yom Tov Sheni is only midrabanan, it's only a rabbinic decree. Who said in general, putting on makeup to begin with, even on Shabbat and regular Yom Tov, is only a drabanan? So they said this is an exception. Any rabbinic forms, meaning any forms of rabbinically prohibited makeup on Yom Tov Sheni are going to be mutar, not only this blue powder. And therefore, based on this, according to Maran Shulchan Aruch, listen carefully, whereas on Shabbat and the first day of Yom Tov, Maran Zichrono Livracha writes in Yabi Omer and in Chazon Ovadia, in general, you have to be very careful. You can't use any makeup on Shabbat and the first day of Yom Tov. You have to use only specifically powder-based, because over there you don't have problems of tzovea, you don't have other issues of other issues on Shabbat and Yom Tov. But that's only on Shabbat and first day of Yom Tov. Second day of Yom Tov, Ledaat Rambam and Ledaat Maran Shulchan Aruch, the halacha is that all regular makeups are permissible, besides for those that have issues of Isurei Deoraita. For instance, nail polish could be an Isur Deoraita. Lipstick, using lipstick could be an Isur Deoraita of Mimareach, because you are smoothing out the stick. But any other liquid-based or powder-based or mascaras or whatever it is, regular makeups which do not involve any Isurei Deoraita, according to the Rambam and Shulchan Aruch, would be permissible for Sfaradim b'Yom Tov Sheni as usual. That is, you can find that in Chazon Ovadia, Yom Tov, Amud Kuv Zayin. Have a wonderful day and Shavua Tov.